What is the weirdest advice you have heard that is strangely effective? Make them tell you no. It's great when you're not sure if you should apply for a job, go for a promotion or a raise, or do something you're afraid of. Don't be so worried about getting told no or failing, you'll surprise yourself. One time the guy who came to fix my refrigerator told me, if you don't know what to do, drink some water. It's actually surprisingly solid advice. This is actually a pretty common tactic for presenters, speakers, etc. Someone asks a tough question. Don't go, and then go into your answer. Instead, take a drink of water while you mentally prepare a reply. I have a friend who uses water to prevent people from asking him in the first place. In French class he takes a sip of water right when the teacher starts asking people questions, so he'll ask someone else. If you need to remember something, write it 3x or say it out loud 3x. Always weird when you repeat something verbally 3x, especially names. If looking for something in a low-light environment, try to use your peripheral vision. I read about it in an old World War II manual about aerial combat at night. It has something to do with how eyes work. It has helped me many times over the years. For finding stuff in a darkened room, or outside in a field at night, not aerial combat. I noticed this. I would look at the night sky and see certain stars when not looking directly at them, but when focused on the same star, it wasn't visible. I didn't know it was an actual thing, I just thought my eyes were messed up. If I remember what I learned from school correctly, it's because rod cells, which are responsible for black and white vision and work fine in dim light, are more abundant in the periphery of retina compared to that in the center. Don't give excuses unless they ask for it. If you are late for work, just say that you are late. Not why you are late. Never volunteer more information than is needed to get through the situation. Sometimes you'll just make things worse by moving their focus to something they didn't even know about, i.e., sorry I'm late to the meeting, I was trying to help, coworker, finish up their presentation. Boss, what? Coworker, told me they submitted that last week, now you're late and got your coworker in a jam. One time I got a super shitty report card. My parents came in the room saying something like, we know you messed up, but if you admit what you did was wrong you'll be in less trouble. Not knowing what they were talking about, I admitted me and my buddy were selling weed. I did not get in less trouble, I got grounded for a summer. 2 From elderly southern relatives, something ain't nothing, taking 5 minutes to work out, clean, work on a big project, etc. is better than 0 minutes. We often think we've got to do 2 hours of rigorous work or it doesn't accomplish anything. Time will pass either way. If you want to work to get better at something, accomplish a long-term goal, or change careers or credentials, don't look at the 2 to 5 years and think you'll be too old. If you're 24 and want to go to college, you'll be 28 in 4 years with or without a degree regardless of what you do in that time. The wisdom of Homer is vast and deep, like a puddle. You tried your best, and you failed miserably. The lesson is, never try. I can't imagine anyone being more likable than you. But apparently this new girl is, so my advice would be to start copying her in every way. Marge, I can't wear a pink shirt to work. Everybody wears white shirts. I'm not popular enough to be different. No matter how good you are at something, there's always about 1 million people better than you. If something's hard to do, then it's not worth doing. If you're going to get mad at me every time I do something stupid, then I guess I'll just have to stop doing stupid things. Being popular is the most important thing in the world. Anger and remorse are shadow companions, with remorse always a step behind. I took control over my temper issues by reminding me of this one-liner. Hope this works for you, too. On that second one, my grandpa said something best. My dad was talking about how he'd be 50 once he graduated if he went back to college. My grandpa responded, how old will you be if you don't go? Fail quickly, as in, if your plan may not succeed, better to find out next week than next year. Helped me quit a suffocating job and dig into my own business October 10th. I've learned this after becoming a father. Not because I'm failing parenting but because I watch kids fail, fail some more and then succeed. It's amazing how shamelessly and effortlessly they fail and keep going. It's only embarrassing if you're embarrassed. The older I get, the more I understand this one. Edit. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the awards and feedback. I tell myself my increased heart rate and racing thoughts are just signs that my body is priming itself to allow me to do something I didn't know I could do. I used to think they were signs to quit, but they're really an ignition sequence. If you want to buy something, wait 24 hours, and if you still want to buy it afterwards, then buy it. This has really cut my impulse buying down and has made saving money extremely easy.